this ladder. Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Bloodstains at a snap chain. At a snap chain. Jewel must have been on it. Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Bloodstains. Locked. No key in sight. Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A Witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So, So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is... Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his... Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I...
You must excuse me.
Oriana.
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailer.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Sonreal and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to... Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy.
What did your sister do?
Siana was...
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar...
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More.
Think your sister might be involved?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if...
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rival.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I... The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries?
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Dun Tine. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Dettlaff van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid.
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friend.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or...
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done, for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to...
It might want to apologize.
My word. What might the monster wish to apologize to?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis have... If I understand you correctly, you would rather help her.
If possible, yeah.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return for...
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Dettlaff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Dettlaff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped him.
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in...
But I shall tell you all.
Guessing it's no accident you...
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told it.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're
That's splendid news. If they are there,
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmail.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the cart?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Dettlaff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Dettlaff here while I go to Dun Tine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to...
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to
Splendidly, Detlef. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to two...
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt will... You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intrigue...
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost.
Didn't expect the evening.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do. I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet the... It stands along the San Retour. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle.
Quite the fragrant whiff. What is the pheasantry stewing up?
witness wonders at the annual Chivalric Tourney. Surfing as patron. Lady Vivienne de Tabry. Valiant knights from all corners of the world will vie for the title.
Truly, to send a witcher against the beast. It's as if one sought to drink the clap with crabs.
Looking to fall ill? See me? I'll infect you, cheap!
You're looking well, top form, my dear. Cheeks, Matthias. Please smile, right as someone.
Oh, fuck.
The beast is punishment for our lax morals.
Snobbing.
No witcher can save
Toussaint in a
us.
nutshell. Ah, king of my heart.
The jaw-dropping Mancomb awaits a challenger. His tongue as devastating as his fists. His riposte, witches. Surely you know it. You'd care to test and demonstrate.
Want to fight?
The rules governing the Beauclair fist-fighting sir.
You fight with fists. They're much dead.
You must make a wager. Do you wish to jump?
Considering it.
So you're not surprised. Consider this as well.
You see, man...
Fine.
Oh, my...
Let's get on with this.
I'm a top...
Fancy insults? Not my thing. No other more effective. How long you gonna make me wait?
Though a man of few words and even fewer jests, the Witcher is ever a fighter. Geralt has vanquished Mancomb. 2 more champions to defeat before you can challenge the Maestro. Still Waters is to be found in Oatville, not far from Mountebank Alley, while Colossus fights in the largest courtyard in Saint-Sebastian.
The north.
No, now
must
let's
be
not do
terrible
anything rash.
land. Let's dance!
Lads, charge! Take him for a ride!
Mom? Where are ya? I said, is that Geralt? Geralt of Rivia? Sir!
If they would just take to work as they take to dance and drink.
I'd rather be an eagle than a quail. Yes, I should. If I only could.
I'm at a loss.
A pleasure to welcome you once again to the as yet humble confines of Corvo Bianco. When last we met, I did not get the opportunity to present my credential. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. And a gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first
Oh, in that... Must leave it all to me. I shall organize. Whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see him. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history.
Baron Brossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional... He never hesitated. Sad?
Shame.
Not at all.
Thanks.
How...
Mind giving me a...
Not in the least. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting...
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Lo and behold...
Follow me, please. The servants' quarters. I occupy Green Home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the helper stays.
Is he better?
Here, kitty, kitty. Meow.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
If I only could, I truly would.
Are knights errant? They're so heroic.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Follow me, please.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
rather be an eagle than a quail. Yes, I should, if I only could.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Even a horse
Follow
drops
notice.
to ride it with a constant gallop.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it. A certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs...
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corvo Bianco is if... Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautiful...
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide... Mentioned the...
Almost decidedly, sir.
Been thinking about the outer wall.
If I might dare to make a suggestion. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to...
Need to...
I understand.
Got...
Oh, the what?
In my trip...
Of course. Ponder the note. Not this...
Errant? They're so heroic, we had to summon a witcher to do their work.
Who would have thought? Knights trading in wine.
I've a daughter, you know. Oh.
The book of lust is hard and dirty. No one can grip the dark.
Diddly snips! My back aches something horrid!
Hey! You hear me?
Mighty rusty and covered in creepers. Need another way in.
Kendrick! Slow now. Kendrick.
Not. Don't.
See. Feed. Kendrick. What?
No. I'll see. Pretty sprawling, this estate. Someone's still tending to the flower beds. No violet rose, though. A busted. Some. Rather worn. Used often. Wonder by who. Water's ice cold. Mountain stream cold. Fresh manure. Fresh manure. Prints from cleated boots, leading from the back of the garden. Someone dragged a wounded man through here. What's that? A lockpick? Must have been the other thieves. Graves. Unmarked.
Hey, hear me?
Who are... Damn. No eyes or nostrils, deformed or...
Well...
No...
Clear.
You know... Great. I'm here to get... Guess I'll... So, how should I address you?
As you did now. We'd rather keep our names to ourselves. You will die here.
What the heck? Gotta be careful. What the hell was that? And everything is clean, ready for a meal to be served. Caretaker must still set the table. I've never known him. A different man then. Happy families are all alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. was that? Chamber. Iris was supposed to be here. Gotta be her.
You would...
This some sick joke.
You didn't that? We...
Her go...
Late.
She...
Seems I gotta...
It's no easy task to contact the mistress.
Got my ways. To make contact with Iris, I gotta bury her body. But that caretaker's macabre little cemetery won't do.
She spent much time in...
Wait.
Good. A grave here?
She liked to sit here, but this is not a good place for a grave.
Too close to the house.
I'll keep searching.
Iris will never wreck a door with flowers.
But she would never want to destroy them.
All right, I'll dig the grave somewhere else. This place seems suitable. Did... get... It's a shame. At time... Yet all... The remains are interred. Let's summon her. Tormented spirit, I've laid your bones to rest. Forget your wrath, forget your grief. Show your... Forgive me for tearing you from your realm. I need to... Should I follow you? What is this place?
The Painted World.
How'd you two get in?
We...
All right.
You're...
Yes.
This is...
You...
Easy. Spectres of Olgid and his wife. But why aren't they moving?
This is a
But it...
Painting palette. Probably not right. Probably not right. Iris was painting the manor. Probably not right. Pieces of tableware for an afternoon tea or breakfast. Probably not right. Perfect match. spirit from the steppe. Read often, well worn. Perfect match.
We should... When the rain comes, are you even... Is it that Why?
Sorry, dear. I feel unwell.
Another memory.
Lost your nerve?
One cup, just like the one Olgier's holding. A wedding veil? Probably not right. Perfect match.
Your health, my...
And yours.
In my land,
I
I shall see.
gladly, but I know this sounds silly.
Afraid of spiders?
My knight, you've seen to everything.
Medallion's humming. A wraith?
No. A nightmare.
A fear crystallized. What?
Another dream of the past. Bet this one's incomplete too. Just a little different than the painting. Castel Rebello. The Toussaint wine. Expensive. Silver thread. Pearls. It all must have cost a fortune. Olgierd's wife liked flowers. Judging by the ornamentation, this might be hers. A lavish feast, trying to impress the guests.
My darling, is everything all right? You seem pale, out of sorts.
Everything's fine, really. But why don't you tell me how you fare? I'm ever so happy to see you. Except, why didn't Grandmama and Grandpapa...
It's a long rocket
They still refuse to... And what's this?
We brought some of Iris's things. Her favorite brush,
Banknote.
We paid off your debts, bought them out, to avoid...
So nice of...
Olgierd. Now you see his true nature? A ruffian and a boor who keeps the company of bandits. Are you not afraid to live under one roof with that rabble?
Show me what you got. So let's follow him. Not you again. Don't like this place. Bloodstains on it. Bloodstained towel. Didn't wash it all off. Got some on the towel.
What time is it?
It's late. Sleep.
Up all night in your study again, I see. What have you got on your hands?
Nothing. Got a bit dirty, that's it.
Is that blood? Have you hurt yourself?
Ink stains. I was writing letters. I shall go to Oxenfurt soon. Perhaps you'd come with me.
Oh, that's a marvellous idea. A trip would do us both.
Then it's decided.
I shan't fall asleep now. It's out of the...
Another blurred memory. She painted Olgierd, but the details are off. Living Tableau's missing something. Fresh, as if someone just rinsed it. Living Tableau's gotta look just like the painting. Still not right. Living Tableau's got a... Fits, I think. Still not right. Living... still not right. Goblet, like the one in the painting. Living Tableau's gotta look just like the paint. Maybe on this side. Finally, just like the picture.
Smile a bit wider.
Like this?
You were meant to smile, not bare your teeth. No, still wrong. Smile like you did when Papa agreed we could marry. Please? You're useless.
I've a bit of work I should see to.
Again. Olgierd, we agreed not to keep any secrets from one another. We promised...
Forgive me. I don't wish to discuss this.
Olgierd. Olgierd!
What now, you... Not good.
Master von Everek's study. Here he immersed himself in the arcane arts.
Pentagrams here to bind summoned beings. Lines aren't all clear, though. Need chalk to fix them, then I can set out the candles. Beeswax candles. The Gates of Mystery. Between Worlds? A library of an occultist. Blood pacts, or on foreign presences. A tome about parleying with demons. Manor was depressingly gloomy in the winter. Blood? Some kind of magic, I bet. Black magic. That should do it. Now for the candles. Let's try this. Nothing. What about... not...
Go away. I wish to be alone.
Not this time. Come out at once.
Leave me be. I merely want to work in peace.
Odiano fails. Sola camisa.
What other spell must I use, damn it? I've tried them all. I wish to end our pact. I summon thee! Damn it! Fire! In here, quickly! The veins! Douse the veins!
I did not expect that.
Damn it. Smack in the middle of a raging blizzard. Gotta find shelter. Get inside. Lucky you didn't let them in. They'd froze to death. Iris, and her father. A beer tankard, but there was vodka in it. Probably not right. So that's how he whiled away the long winter evenings. A knife covered in blood. Probably not right. He got the scars on his shoulders that winter. marriage contract between Iris and Olgierd. Probably not right. Her father must have been holding the contract.
Furthermore, it is agreed that Iris shall be accorded the respect she is owed, that you shall heed her counsel and requests, and...
Get to the point, Father. My patience runs thick.
Gladly. On Iris's request, I declare this marriage null and void.
You vowed to remain with me.
And I've held to my vow. The Olgierd I married is...
Breaking a word once given does not come at it. You shall stay here.
Enough! You will not...
Father! Father! No!
Servant, take this carcass and feed it to the beasts.
Come on, come closer.
Then Von Everec ceased to be human.
Though he still loved his wife.
No, he merely remembered that he should love her.
Let's go upstairs.
Remember, we spent much time together here, the three of us.
In silence.
We'll take our places, the same as then.
You do the rest.
Animal hair. A large clay bowl. Small bowl. For soup, maybe? A platter. Single place setting. No others on the table. Perfect match. Got something wrong. There we go. Think this was yours. You actually ate from these bowls?
Of course not. I already told you, we're not animals.
But the caretaker would set them out all the same, as ordered.
Another monstrosity. I begged you to stop this. Those two are too many as it is.
The dog and cat keep you company. This one will protect you, care for the house, no matter what happens.
Before, I wished to know what was going on in that head of yours. I thought perhaps I could help. Now, I care not the slightest what you think or how you feel.
I feel nothing.
Just as I no longer know if I still hate you. Go, Olgierd. I want you out of my sight.
Olgierd von Everec failed to understand we'd never be able to replace him.
His spectre now casts a shadow over Lady Iris's every remembrance. We're almost at our journey's end.
What's there?
Iris von Everec's greatest fear.
My dearest wife, letters from Olgierd to Iris. Were I only as skilled with words as I am with my blade, especially now, when an icy void grips my heart. I see how you look at me, and I see you wither. I cannot help you, but I believe I can cease harming you. This letter and this rose are my farewell. May you live in health, and remember but the good times, Olgierd. You won't ever do what you do with your time. Live happily ever after. That's a dangerous man chosen to deal with Witcher. That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with, Witcher. You won't dare the delusion
You're not him.
Wait, I want to talk.
Not here. Not in this place. I'm sorry.
For Olgierd?
I thought he'd return.
What
I am sadness.
I've come for the Violet Rose.
On the day we saw one another for the last time, I dried it and placed it in our... I lay there for days, staring at it, until at last it crumbled into dust.
So, the rose is gone.
Not from this world. Look, you buried my body and the flowers... And I was held in a deep, dark sleep. Only now have I awoken. Tell me, how is Olgierd?
Shouldn't worry about him at all. He's no longer the...
So his heart remains hardened. And did...
Not much. But I didn't ask about you. He just sent me to retrieve the rose.
The rose. The last I have left of him. His last gift.
Got a feeling the rose is important to you.
I remember so little. Yet when I think, the world around me turns real. And my eyes open wide and I recognize things. Remember who I am and who I was.
Friend once told me about a case like this. Could be strong emotions that bind you to the rose. Feelings we witchers call pins. That are what keeps you in this world.
Like an insect pinned in a collection case.
Need to be honest, if I take the...
And what will happen then? Shall I be free of the suffering, the sadness?
I don't know.
I don't wish to suffer any longer. But I fear there will be cold and darkness until there is nothing.
I need the rose. Will you give it to me?
It's so fragile. Look, the petal edges have turned crimson, as they were on the day I received it. The one thing missing is the single drop of dew which slid down the leaf when I took the rose in hand. Or was it blood? Because I pricked my finger. I can't. You know, I never did read the letter from Olgierd. I didn't have to. And I needn't have kept the flower he left me. I've come to a decision. I shall give you the rose.
Our service thus ends. Thank you, stranger, for freeing us.
Before we go, some advice. Beware of the one called the Man of Glass. Stand in his way, and you'll meet a fate worse than death. Seek salvation in glass that can't be broken.
Glass that can't be broken?
So long.
I'll remember you, Iris von Everec.
That no longer matters. Farewell.
seen better.
Whoa. Stop flexing like that. You're making me nervous.
Honor in the fatherland.
2 points, and be quick about it.
Oh, please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draught.
Geralt! Over here!
Oi, wait your looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me...
Show off.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in ginger...
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities. Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
You actually control time, or is this just some conjurer's trick?
What difference does it make?
A big one.
Let us say time has always fascinated me.
Why time, of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions. Length, width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width?
Who are you?
Gauntero Dim.
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what... In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might...
And drop them in a world of hurt.
No, not I. That would be their poorly formulated wish. I'm no cheat. I give folk what they want, nothing more. That they oft desire unworthy things, that is entirely the fault of their rot.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
No, Geralt. You don't. This one time I shall spare you, and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead, or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still...
So, to what do I...
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied...
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the...
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or 2. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, "I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we 3 shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared."
Yeah.
Fulfill your end of the bargain. That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my suit? Was waiting. Had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in.
I'm a witcher. Superhuman quickness, just one of my many qualities.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of here.
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple, got it?
Aye, got it. Hold there! Your friend, the medic, she were here. Ask that you look in on her.
Thanks.
My valor stands on three pillars.
Did you see?
Good food.
Bloke literally dropped dead.
Blind drunk he was. Maybe he fainted.
Fainted? He's soaked in blood!
Ah! Folk are dropping. Cursed next.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steel. Your kind spreads disease. Defeat isn't a desertion.
Christ, the egg.